Good evening, folks, and welcome to the meeting of the Allgood City Council for this Tuesday, September 11th, 2018. I will ask Ms. Flatt to do the roll call, please.
Honorable Mayor Dyer.
Present.
Honorable Vice Mayor Norris.
Present.
Honorable Councilman Bilbrey.
Present.
Honorable Councilman Grant.
Present.
Honorable Councilman Hill.
Present.
This time I'd ask you to stand for our invocation. I'm going to ask Mr. Justin Grant to lead us in a prayer.
That's right. Father, we come to you today. God, we ask your blessing on this town. Lord, we lift up everybody that's experiencing loss or injury today. Father, especially on this day, we ask that you would touch the families that were involved in 9/11, God, that you would comfort all the hearts of everybody that experienced that traumatic afternoon. Lord, we lift up the families of the first responders who lost their lives and the ones that didn't lose their lives that are still dealing with lasting injury. Father, we ask that you would touch our first responders in Putnam County and Allgood, that you would be with them and their families, Lord, that you would repay the sacrifice that they give to us night in and through the day. Lord, I pray that you would give this council wisdom, Lord, that you would bless the citizens of Allgood, God, those that are looking for jobs, Lord, that you would bless them financially, God, that you would bless this town, give us wisdom to be able to make decisions for the next few years. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I'll ask Captain Bryant Swallows to lead our pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Our first item is to consider the approval of this agenda as it's presented.
I'll make a motion.
I have a
I'll
motion
second.
on the floor and
I'll
a
second.
second. Mrs. Flatt, please.
Mayor Dyer.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey.
Yes.
Honorable Grant.
Yes.
Honorable Hill.
Yes.
Item number 2 is to consider the approval of the minutes of the council meeting held last month, August 14, 2018. We've each had an opportunity to look over those. Are there anything on those that need to be discussed or changed at this time?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion
I'll second.
and a second. Mrs. Flatt, please.
Mayor Dyer.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Norris.
Yes.
Honorable Bilbrey.
Yes.
Honorable Grant.
Yes.
Honorable Hill.
Yes.
We have no new business before this council as it sits, so I will ask Mr. Morrison to give a city administrator's report, please.
The fire hall is under construction at this time. They started walls and insulation today. That is expected to be completed by December of 2018. The farmers market is on the new business for the new council to consider tonight. We'll discuss that a little further. The sewer project is still waiting on 3 easements to be obtained. We're still in the process of working on those. And Burton Branch is about to finish punch out lists, and the state's about to close that project completely out now that they make sure everything is completed.
This brings us to our portion of the meeting, hearing of citizens and or delegations. If you would like to make a comment or question, please step to the microphone. State your name and address and what you would like to talk about.
Due to unforeseen reasons, I was unable to attend the planning commission as far as the houses on Elm Street.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we've got a problem. The way they've got them divided, lots 1, 2, and 3, where that concrete sidewalk that went up to her house, that's our new flood stage. All the water comes down our street now, into our yards and stuff. Is there anything that can be done about it before those houses are built?
It would have to be a discussion between the developer himself and the building codes inspector. Yes, ma'am. That's the proper procedure to follow at this point. All of those things must be taken into consideration before that's allowed to take place, before any construction is. And that was
So-
part of the stipulations once that was approved through the Planning Commission. That all flooding and/or extra water issues would be taken care of before anything was built.
So who do I need to contact somebody, or?
If you will talk with Mr. Morrison, he can put you in touch with the building inspector. Okay?
Okay.
And then from that point on, it will be between the building inspector and the developer.
Well, we have enough runoff water from the corner property.
Yes, ma'am. Elm Street is a low-lying area anyway, so
Is there gonna be a fourth house at the back and that road opened?
I am not sure of that, ma'am. I'm really not.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Would anyone else like to speak?
Mayor, I have something to say. In case anyone has, my name is Justin Grant. I'm at 185 Quinlan Lake Road. In case no one's read the paper, I just want to let everybody know that through all the court cases, I just want to let everybody know that I'm going to be abstaining from voting. I know some people are concerned about me holding on to my seat because I won't give up the power and or the money. And I just want to let everybody know I'm not going to be voting on any upcoming business until further notice, and I've stopped my stipend. So I just want to let everybody know that I'm not in this for the money. So that's all I had to say.
Thank you. Anyone else? Well, if you'll bear with me for a couple of minutes, got a few words I'd like to say. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Fowler on winning the seat of mayor. Congratulations to you. I know you've been here before, or at least in the seat before, and I'm sure you'll do a fine job. Congratulations. I'm going to start at that end. Luke Hill, fantastic working with you, sir. Very, and please bear with me, very smart man, and I know you are, simply because of your reasoning, your questions, and trying to get to the answers in detail, and I appreciate working with you. You are an asset to this council, and your family is an asset to this community. Mr. Grant, it's been a pleasure working with you as well, sir. Very smart man again, very level-headed, and I've just enjoyed the time with you. Mr. Bilbrey, same thing. You apply common sense to everything that you go into. Made some really good decisions so far, and I expect nothing different from you in the future, and it's been a pleasure. I'm talking to you people like I'm leaving town and going to the other side of the country. I'm not, but I just wanted to say these things publicly in front of everyone, and of course, Ms. Norris, fantastic lady. You've been through thick and thin. I think we both have, but we've come out, and I think the city's better off for it. Mr. Jones, probably one of the oldest tenured employees here, if not the, and I've said this time and time again, this city doesn't run without the employees, and Victor does a good job with his employees. Chief Armour, second best hire that I've ever been a part of next to this guy. Second best. Please don't be offended. I'm not trying to, but the professionalism from a department standpoint, from a knowledge standpoint in your profession, sir, and the way you conduct yourself as a gentleman. Ms. Flatt, thank you very much for everything you do. And a lot of people don't know what goes on that you have to take care of just to make these meetings go, or just daily things, and I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you.
And Mr. Rader, probably one of the smartest people I've ever met, and it's been a pleasure having you here as our legal counsel. I hope you continue here because the city of Allgood is better with you.
I appreciate it, Mayor. Thank you very much.
And last but certainly not least, this is the guy that makes the city go, and if you don't believe it, step in his shoes sometime and let him, just watch him direct things. And you'd be amazed what he is capable of. And, you know, this city is a lot better off than it was 8 years ago when I first started on the council. I believe that. I know it. I think it's visual in a lot of things you see around town. I think it's also attributed to our growth as a town. And I have enjoyed it. And I was asked a question, well, what are you going to do now? And I haven't really thought about it. It's 8 years of your life that you're involved with things that are very, very, very important. Every decision is important because it affects someone, somewhere, somehow. And, you know, that's sometimes a heavy burden to carry. But I have enjoyed it. And except for a couple of moments, I wouldn't trade anything, but enough of me. Thank you for everyone that supported me. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve this city. And I will adjourn this to allow Mrs. Fowler to be sworn in as our next mayor.